Well, an idyllic lakeside resort not far from the centre of Kabul, gripped by panic at midnight on Thursday, effectively a night of partying like Saturday night in most Western cultures, when the Taliban launched an assault on a key hotel restaurant there called the Debauchery. It appears they entered the building at about midnight, killing security guards, and then it appears held a number of guests there hostage, dozens we understand. The police on the scene reasonably quickly, but didn't move in until dawn, needing daylight to try and reduce the risk of civilian casualties there. An hours-long gunfight ensued. ISAF troops in support, we understand, and in fact one ISAF helicopter circling around the hotel as this gunfight continued. It appears at the end at least a dozen civilians killed, all of the apparent 7 militants who launched this attack also dead, and some of the guests fleeing for their lives, throwing themselves off the hotel grounds into the nearby lake to try and swim for safety. The Taliban have claimed responsibility for this, calling the target of their attack a place where there's Un-Islamic activity and debauchery, but also saying they were targeting ISAF personnel and Western diplomats who they thought that were there. There is no information to corroborate that at the point to suggest that any such ISAF personnel were in the vicinity at the time, so it appears Afghan civilians were the only people they were able to hold hostage during this siege that seems to have gone on for nearly 11-12 hours. It really feeds into a picture of large, high-profile incidents happening in Afghanistan as fears grow that violence may rise during these summer months. It's hard to put a precise figure on exactly what trend we're seeing in violence in Afghanistan, but certainly this past April was more violent than the April the year before, and there are concerns certainly in the Afghan government that Afghan security forces are being targeted more regularly. The Afghan President Hamid Karzai himself saying that 20 to 25 Afghan soldiers die every day, a figure of course I'm sure which will trouble many in ISAF NATO's presence here as they begin to quickly hand over control for security in the country to the Afghan army ahead of their move into a non-combat support role in the middle of next year. Nick Paton Walsh, CNN, Kabul.